Hey everybody, we are live. If you're looking for information on upcoming collaborations and challenges and open invites, and a community of like-minded women who want to grow their YouTube channel, you are in the right place. If you're new to my channel, I'm Denise Jordan, and I teach women to make wise home, health, and beauty decisions. So if you want to learn more about running a household, subscribe. And if you want to find a community of like-minded women, a circle of sisters who are banding together to grow their YouTube channels one subscriber at a time, then you are in the right place, because we get down to the business of figuring out how to grow these channels. So let me just say hello, my sisters. I see Mary's Nest is on, Clarissa is on, and there were a few others that were on and I missed them quickly. So Karen Jeter is on. Hello, Karen. How are you? Mary, I'm so glad you were able to join us live. Kenya's Decor Corner is on, and Kimberly Davis at Diva Designing on a Dime. Create with Cindy. Just shout outs to all my sisters in the sister circle. Hello there. And as Laura from Bowhead Laura always says, hello, sisters. It is good to be here with all of you today. It is just so good to be here with all of you today. And as I was saying earlier, if there are some new people here that are joining us and you're looking for a group of women, a community of women who have similar goals in mind, then you are certainly in the right place. Shelly from Born to Book, how you doing? Brianna Sky, who I met through Shelly and Ricky, how you doing? And let me just say, while I'm thinking about it, for those of you who've been wondering what happened to Ricky Loyan, Ricky decided to take a break from YouTube. She decided right now she needed to focus on family. So I got a call from one of our sisters last week, and they were like, what on earth happened to Ricky? They were trying to find her. They couldn't find her channel. They couldn't even find her email. And she's just taking a break from YouTube right now and focusing on family. She's a full-time mom, housewife, the whole 9 yards. And so she just didn't have the time to spend on YouTube right now. So that's where she is. And before we get started on today's information regarding upcoming collabs and challenges, let me just back up for a second and we'll check out a few collabs that were just finished up. Oh, Marianne Jefferson is on. How are you? I am great. It is just so nice to see everyone. And Easy Living with Elle has joined us. Marilyn at Fabulous Designs on a Budget. Rita Renee and Brianna Sky. Resident Foodie, you know what? I forgot your name, Resident Foodie. And then, of course, Designs by V is on. So, hey, V, hey, Diva. Just hello, my sisters. I'll just put it that way. And then Patrice at Random's Bite of a Sweet Life just joined us. Resident Foodie is Elisa. That's who she is. She's Elisa. And then Mary is saying that she understands why Ricky might have had to just kind of back off from YouTube for a while. She said she had to wait until she was in her 60s to do it. And I can certainly understand it as well. When I was a young mom with children at home and having to do all the things that kids do, I didn't have time to do a YouTube channel then. And, you know, most of my life revolved around my children. Now, Clarissa was just making a comment about buying things to participate in a challenge, and I missed it. I wanted to see that. So, Clarissa, what did you say? And so Alyssa says, hey, y'all, love that you're in the same something. Laura's here, and then Sylvia from Silly Mommy is here. And as I said, Craft with Rita Renee. And so I missed what Clarissa was saying because now she's getting condolences for whatever it was. So what happened, Clarissa? Share it. Spill it before I get started. Because once I get started with the business, I won't be able to look. Oh, Rita said she's been watching me cook today. Girl, I just got done cooking up a meal. Oh, my goodness. I cooked some country-style pork loins, and they were absolutely amazing. I mean, they were really good. And I just cooked them on top of the stove. So, Clarissa, did something happen with your mom? And then roll from It's a Chore thing is on. Oh, okay. So your mom has been really sick, and so you just couldn't do the challenges. Trust me, I get it. I get it. And I'll tell you what, I have felt so overwhelmed lately. We've just had so many challenges, and I have just been struggling to keep up. So I don't know. We'll just have to see how I do for the month of April, because I have been struggling to keep up. And let me just say that April is what they call one of those Vita months, where you videotape or vlog every day in April. And I'm not going to promise to do Vita this year. I tell you what, it can be overwhelming, and it can be very stressful and anxiety provoking. So it's the stress that you put on yourself. So I'm not going to promise to video every day in April this year. I might try to see how often I can do, but if it doesn't get done, it doesn't get done. I am not going to stress myself this year. All right, guys, so we've been on 6 minutes. So I do have a couple of challenges that I do want to back up and look at real quick. And first of all, one of the first challenges that I want to share is that, of course, the one that me and Luann and Cheryl did, the first garden walk. We had that one drop last Tuesday, and it was just so much fun. I have to tell you what, looking at Luann's garden, but particularly Cheryl's garden, those ladies had a whole lot of space to work on. I think Cheryl has about 2.5 acres, and it looked to me like Luann had at least an acre or acre and a half. So I don't have near that much work to do, but I do have some work that I do need to do. So, but it was fun doing that collaboration with them. If you guys didn't see the video with our first garden walk, check us out. I think you'll be inspired. And then the Spring Basket Vignette Challenge, hosted by Lori at Creative Lori, dropped last week, and it was so nice. And one of the best things about that challenge is that it was a no spin. Now, Luann is saying that our garden walk was a lot of fun, and Clarissa said she enjoyed it. So thank you, Clarissa, for checking it out. And Luann, you're right, it was fun. It was fun just to be able to be out there. But I tell you what, guys, today we have snow. Yes, we have snow. Now, it's only probably about 1/4 inch, but it's snow. And it didn't like go away this morning. It's still out there. So you can see why we're not planning anything just yet. And then the Spring Basket Vignette Challenge that was hosted by Lori at Creative Lori. Man, oh man, was that a beautiful challenge. There were so many beautiful examples of how to create a basket vignette, and it was a no spin. Now, for those of you that don't know, Lori's a home stager, and so she's always shopping and buying things and thrifting and that kind of thing for her business. But I'm in Indiana, so that's why we have snow. And we have a saying around here, if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes because it'll change. Well, yeah, we have snow today. So, someone else must have done a live earlier. I'm not sure who. But as I was saying about the Spring Basket Vignette, Lori likes to do no spin challenges. She is very frugal, and she believes in doing no spin. So I really enjoyed that one, and my husband enjoyed that one. He always enjoys it when it's a no spin challenge. And you know what? I'm thinking I'm starting to enjoy no spin challenges as well. The other challenge that dropped most recently was the Blue and White Tablescape Challenge. And this particular one was hosted by our own Mysterious Alberta, and she just jumped on. Miss V and Cynthia, she's so blessed. And I tell you what, that Blue and White Tablescape was absolutely amazing. Now, all of you know that I had gotten some new blue and white plates to use for the challenge, but those are the last new plates you're going to see at least until the end of April. I am putting myself on a no spin, but there's more about that later. But this was the first challenge, though, that Mysterious Alberta and Cynthia, she's so blessed, and V did together. And it turned out to be very nice. Now, there were a couple people that made that Blue and White Tablescape a no spin, but I wasn't one of them. But we'll see. But yes, the blue and white was absolutely beautiful. And Laura, I know you said you would have done it if you had been in Houston. So, you know, I know when you're traveling between your homes, you can't always participate in some of the challenges. But it was very, very nice. I just didn't know blue and white could be so pretty. So I'm glad that they got lots of love and support with that one. And Cynthia used one of the video assignments that was given, how to create a playlist. That was one of our video assignments for our Monday strategy group that was posted by Clueless Tips to help her figure out that playlist. She looked at that video over and over and over, and she got it sorted out. So you can see our work in action. The other challenge that just recently dropped was the $5 Goodwill challenge. Now this is a big one, and now this is the thing. The $5 Goodwill challenge is one of those ones that Hillary at Old World Home does quarterly, and she gets a lot of participation. I mean a lot. She will get 50 or more, maybe from 50 to 100 participants in those challenges. So that's a good way for you to get new eyes on your channel. So if you can, it's always fun to participate in that. No one is coming every quarter, or I should say every season. And then another one that dropped yesterday was the Davita Lane's home tour, Easter Spring home tour. And I have not been able to get through that one just yet. I plan to, and my video hasn't even gone up to the playlist just yet. I still have to get it edited. I've got the video shot, but I've not been able to get to the editing. So when I tell you guys I have been backed up, I have just been backed up. I just have not been able to get some things done. So we will see. I will get that up, and then hopefully she'll let me into the playlist in a couple days. And then before we jump into today's info on Collabs, oh, now Diva said there was over 150 this year. And yeah, she gets a lot. I think I was like number 45 or 50 or something like that. I'm glad I wasn't down to the last ones. I will get through the entire playlist because I like to do that. But I just have to get it started. And one of the problems that I've had from time to time is that if I've got a challenge that I'm in or that I'm hosting, by the time I get done getting through all the videos in the playlist of the ones that I'm hosting, then I start trying to get through the playlist of the one that I'm in. I can only just do it slowly but surely. So now, Laura, are you saying that people don't always subscribe when they're in the playlist? Because, yeah, Cindy says she's still working her way through the playlist. She's only down to about number 70. And what I will do when I'm doing that is I will just kind of write the names down so that when I go back to the playlist, I've got them marked off and I know whose video I've seen and who I haven't. And it can take you a good week or more to get through all of them. But challenge etiquette, YouTube etiquette, encourages us to get through all the videos on the playlist, leave a comment, and if you're not already a member of that particular creator's family, to join their family. And I think those are the ones that I at least wanted to bring up. So, okay, so Laura was saying people don't always do that. And you know what? When I do the laundry chat this week, I think what I will address in my talk for the laundry chat is YouTube etiquette, because people need to be aware of that. And there's a few other things that people need to be aware of. So I'm going to address YouTube etiquette in my laundry chat this week. So be on the lookout for that. All right, so now let me get to the video assignments for this week. There's two videos that I'm going to give you guys to take a look at for tomorrow. And tomorrow is our Sister Circle YouTube growth strategy discussion. We jump on every Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, and we talk about tactics, strategies, or look at videos by various YouTube experts, and we figure out how to use them or how to apply them to our channels. So Kenya says she's excited about the laundry chat. So okay, Kenya, since you're so excited about it, I'm going to tag you first. So I'm going to tag you and I'm going to tag somebody else, so we'll see. So Kenya, plan on being tagged first in the laundry chat. All right, so now If you're new to the Sister Circle, these video assignments that we make for our Monday YouTube strategy growth discussion are to help us figure out how to grow our YouTube channels one subscriber at a time. Or maybe there are things that we need to do better. And I was on with a training, as he calls it, but one of my advisors for my graduate program said people are educated, not trained. So whenever I hear Sean talk about jumping to the training, I keep thinking we're like some little animal act. But I was on with an educational session with Sean Cannell over the weekend, a very long one. But one of the things that he suggested was to try to be 1% better. Like whatever you do, whatever video you put up, try to be 1% better in whatever you do. So when we assign these videos for our homework or for our preparation, then we are to apply that information so that we can be at least 1% better. And if we get 1% better each time, how much better will we be? So the video assignments this week, one of them comes from Drea at Clueless Mama D, and this one is called Article 13, We're in Trouble. And I had to figure out what the heck is Article 13, but it has something to do with the new laws regarding free use free use and copyright and things like that. Now, she was addressing it from the perspective of those in the UK. There's just been tiny little changes here in the US, but I think it behooves us all to listen to it, to look at it, and to process it and think, what do we need to do for ourselves? And one of the things that I encourage you guys to do, and this is like the topic for the next one, let me do that first. The other video we're going to take a look at, and I had already spotted this one and thought we would talk about it, and then Trisha at The Life I'm Trying to Love sent me an email and said, hey, maybe we should take a look at this video. And this one was by Brian G. Johnson's TV, and it is called YouTube Collab Ideas and Tips. And it is how to better do YouTube collabs. And one of the things that I already see is that we are collaborating a lot more right here in the Sister Circle. Because one of the things you certainly want to do is utilize your own. So I love it that you guys are collaborating together. So we'll take a look at these two videos tomorrow in our 7 p.m. live session and talk about how these apply to our channels. And if you've already looked at them, then make a few notes so that you'll be prepared to share when we jump on tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. So if you come across a video that you think is really impactful, send me an email and let me know so I can check it out. Then I can bring it to the ladies on our next Sister Circle so we can plan to address it on one of our upcoming Monday sessions. All right, now let's see what we've got coming up. Well, one of the things that we've got coming up, as always, is our 3 things videos. And our 3 things playlist is on my channel, but I will put a link to it in our YouTube Facebook group so that you can go check it out. But one of the things that I wanted to be sure and let you guys know, though, is even though March is over and many of you guys have your 3 things video done, there are several of you guys that have not. And there were a couple of you that told me that you had done your 3 things video last week, and I was in the back of a car, so I didn't get it. So if you could send me that information tonight. And Clarissa, no, you're not too late to submit your 3 things video. And I think you already submitted yours, Clarissa, and maybe that's one of the ones that I need to get in the playlist, because when people mentioned them to me, I was in the back of a car and then I couldn't write it down in the dark. But I think I saw yours, Clarissa, because it was about using a brazier and a couple of other things that they needed to have in the kitchen. And then Trisha said she wants to redo her 3 things video. Well, you know what, Trisha? You don't have to just do one. You can do as many 3 things videos as you like. Now, let me share a couple of other things with you. We do have, well, one of our little sisters, and that's April Real. She's one of our newest little sisters, is rebranding her channel. And her channel is April Will at April Real. And she's focusing on teaching English online. That's one of the things that she does to make money. So please drop by and just see the changes she's made. And she even deleted her other videos. And so she's got like 5 new videos, and they're all about teaching English online. And one of them is a 3 things video. So her first 3 things video, which is in the playlist, was about origami. But I'm gonna have to see if it's still in there, because since she deleted her videos, it might now show up as blank. And now I have to get her new video in there. So please go by and take a peek at that. And like I said, a few of you have your 3 things videos done, and I don't have all of that information. So let me know and I'll get it in the playlist. Now, as we look at upcoming challenges, there's going to be 2 ongoing challenges. One is by moi, and it is the Purposeful Purchase Challenge. And this challenge starts tomorrow, April 1st, and runs until the end of April, which is April 30th. And I must say, I got the idea for this challenge from our brother, Zane, at Home with Zane. And like I said, the name of this challenge is the Purposeful Purchase Challenge. And I watched Zane's video a few weeks ago, and it was called Breaking the Addiction to Home Decor. And it was a confession. It was very revealing, and it was raw. And it really made me rethink how I spend when I'm preparing for my videos. And I hate to say this out loud, because you know I got sitting in the other room, but I have probably spent money to prep for videos that probably should not have been spent. So if you have not watched Zane's video, I believe I've already got it linked below, but if not, I'll make sure I link it below tonight. But what he talked about was how sometimes we as creators get into this cycle of purchasing and purchasing and purchasing, and doing things to promote or participate in collabs that probably are not in our best interest. So for me, I have put myself on a no spend for April. And if you have not watched Zane's video, I highly encourage you to do it, because everyone will see themselves somewhere in that video. So my job for April is a no spend. And so now what do I mean by no spend? Well, that means I don't spend money on anything that is unnecessary. So of course I'll buy groceries and gas and things like that. But unless it's absolutely necessary, I'm not spending it. But what do I mean by Purposeful Purchase Challenge? Well, if you buy anything, or if I buy anything for home decor, it has to have a purpose. I need to know where I'm going to put it, what I'm going to do with it, and where it's going to go right then. And oh my goodness, Lacey Space just joined us. I don't think she's been on with us before. She's been doing a lot of working and has been just so busy. So thank you, Lacey, for jumping on with us tonight. Everybody show Lacey some love. This is the first time she's been in the sister circle. But yeah, she's been working a lot. Lacey's a nurse too, and I think they've been working short quite a bit. I don't think there's anyone, though, Cindy, who can say that they haven't bought anything for a video, because I think most of us do. Now, Clarissa was saying that she typically does purposeful spending, and that is great. I, for one, am very impulsive, and I'll see something that I want, and then I may even think about it for a while. But like if I go to Pier 1 and I see something that I want, before I retired, I would just buy it. Unless it was like crazy, I would just buy it, particularly if it was a pretty plate. Now that I'm retired, I don't do so quite so quickly. I will take time and think about it. But I have thought about it for a week and then gone in and bought it. So I'm on a no spend for April. And then if I do spend anything, it has got to be a purposeful purchase. So for the month of April, I am inviting you guys to join me in a Purposeful Purchase Challenge, where if you buy something, you have to know what you're buying it for, where you're going to put it. It has to be something purposeful, nothing that was impulsive. And then at the end of the month, I'll have a playlist available, and you can let us all know if you were able to do a no spend, or if you bought something, then what it was for and where it was going to go. So let's see who joins me. Who thinks they can join me in that challenge? And I see Wani just jumped on too. So Marilyn says she's in. And there was a couple of people that said they were in. Clarissa said she's joining. You know what? I think it's one that we can probably all get behind, where we do purposeful purchases. And let me just tell you this too. When I was doing the research to get ready for this live stream, I just kind of Googled purposeful purchase. And do you know purposeful purchase is a thing? There was like a whole bunch of different things on the internet about purposeful purchasing. So yes, so anyway, that's going to be one ongoing challenge. So for the whole month of April, so we'll have that one. This second one is a 90-day challenge, and it is being hosted by Heidi Sonboul at Happily Thriving Heidi. And I see Kenya says she's in. Now what Heidi wants us to do is get ready for swimsuit season. She wants us to get swimsuit ready. And you know, Heidi's been on a journey to get healthier and to lose weight for a while. And you know, like most of us, she struggles with that. Lose 10, gain 10, lose 10, gain 5, you know, that kind of thing. So she's really trying to take herself to task and get healthy, and is inviting us to join her on that ride. And so her challenge starts tomorrow, April 1st, and it goes until June 30th. So it's a 90 days until summer is what this collaboration is called. And 90 days until summer, hosted by Heidi Sonboul at Happily Thriving Heidi. And what she has done is told us the 5 things that she's going to do to get herself ready for summer. And then she's going to put up a video at the end of each month. So at the end of April, May, and then June, she's going to let us know what her progress is. And then she is going to put up a playlist that if we would like to join in with her, and each month, at the end of the month, share our progress or lack thereof, because some months I don't make any progress, some months I do great, we're invited to do so. So there's that one. So that one is from April 1st to June 30th, but it's ongoing. So V says she's going to jump in, and I'm glad of that. Okay. So if you want to try to get healthier, then then jump in. And if you think there's some people that you know that might benefit by that, then you can share that as well. And then one other challenge that technically, if you look at the date in the playlist, it's over, but it's really not. And it is the Timeless Elegance Décor Tag, hosted by Really Good Living. And she hosts these challenges every quarter. And what she wants you to do, and hers are always a no spin. It's Happily Thriving Heidi, Heidi Sonboul at Happily Thriving Heidi. If someone could type that in for me, because I can't do that right now, but if you could type in Happily Thriving Heidi and Heidi Sonboul. Yeah, there you go. So Luann typed it in. So if you see that one, Elisa, then you can kind of jump in right there. So now the Timeless Elegance tag, even though it drops on March 30th, she leaves these open so that if you can't jump in on the date that she set, you can jump in later. And I have not participated in one of these because it always took me a while to figure out what I had that was Timeless Elegance. And then by the time I did, the challenge was over. So this time I thought, okay, this is her Timeless Elegance for spring. And I thought, well, I don't have any Timeless Elegance spring things. And then it just dawned on me when I was doing my video for Wani's challenge. I thought, oh, I could use this as Timeless Elegance, and I could use this as Timeless Elegance. So we've got some more ladies jumping on. And I'll just say, hey, sisters, for right now, because I'm trying to stay focused. So I'm going to try to get to that this week, but you can still jump into the Timeless Elegance Decor Tag. And what she wants you to do is just find 3 to 5 pieces in your home that you use for spring that you feel are timeless and are elegant and that are enduring. So there's that. And then on April 3rd, we have a challenge that is hosted by Antoinette at Simple Yet Chic and Rosa at Home Living. And this one is for all you DIY folks out there. It's a DIY home organization and budget challenge. And what they want us to do is organize a space or room in your home. So just find a space that needs organizing or clearing up, and then create a DIY sometimes during that process. It can either be used to help with the organization or as a DIY that's used in that space. And let me just let everyone know that at the end of the live stream, what I will do is I will copy and paste my notes, and I will put a list in the description box that tells you about the challenges. It'll have the date, and it will have the name of the challenge and the host. But other than that, you'll have to go to the channel to do your due diligence to make sure I've got everything right. But the one about the weight is by Heidi Sonboul at Happily Thriving Heidi. And the one about the Timeless Elegance is the Timeless Elegance Décor Tag, hosted by Really Good Living. Now this next one is really a lot of fun, and I really had to think long and hard as to whether or not I wanted to participate in this one. But I was talking to Laura, and yeah, that's Lady Phoenix at Really Good Living. But I was talking to Laura the other day, and I mean literally we were on the phone talking twice. And this one is the Say Yes to the Dress Challenge, hosted by Random Bites of a Sweet Life, who is Patrice. And Patrice wants us to say yes to the dress by showing off our wedding dress or some wedding pictures or something like that. So this is what caused her to generate this challenge. She was in her closet doing something, and she had been working on some wedding centerpieces because she does DIY. And she saw her wedding dress, and she got to looking at it, and then she thought, since I'm doing wedding centerpieces, I would like to share my wedding dress and then find out about everybody else's. So she just wants us to talk about our wedding. And who doesn't want to talk about their wedding? So even if you don't have your dress anymore, this really sounds like a lot of fun. So I had my husband go up in the attic and look for mine, and I found the veil, but he thinks the dress might have got pitched. So this is Patrice at Random Bites of a Sweet Life. Random Bites of a Sweet Life, say yes to the dress. So she plans to squeeze herself into her wedding dress. If my dress is up there, there's no way I could fit myself into it, but I might put the veil on and let you guys see me in that. As a matter of fact, I put the veil on the other day, and I looked in the mirror and I was just like, oh, I had my husband come and look at me. It was just so nice. So I think this one is going to be fun. So now this is what she wants us to do. She wants us to tell where we met, how we met, if we done, God love me, if we done, I have been to school, if we did any DIY for the project, if you got married on horseback, if you got married at home, if you got married in a fancy location, they want to know. And what was your most memorable moment? If you took a honeymoon, where was it? And what did you do with your wedding dress? Did you store it? Did you like have it all boxed up? Did you share it, give it away? What? She wants to know all about it. And so I think I want to hear all about it too. So let's really, all of us jump in on this. And it doesn't matter if you got married at the Justice of the Peace or if you had a $100,000 wedding. Your wedding is your wedding, and hopefully you've got some great memories of it. So Mary said she married a Texan and wore a cowboy hat with the veil. Oh my goodness. So I'm looking forward to hearing that story, Mary. I'm looking forward to hearing that story. So this one drops on April 4th, and you upload after 7 a.m. So yeah, no, it doesn't have to be real fancy, because remember, your wedding is your wedding. And I've been married almost 46 years. I think our 46th anniversary is this year. So whereas people were getting married at the church and you had a nice big wedding, you had the reception at that time at the basement of the church. You didn't like spend $50,000 for a reception like they do now or more. So it's just interesting. So let's just kind of all jump in. And it's a no judgment zone. Whatever you had is what you had. So let's talk about it. April 6th is the Spring Porch Clean and Decorate Challenge hosted by M&M, which is Marilyn at Fabulous Designs on a Budget, and Marie at Marie's DIY. And they want us to just kind of clean and decorate our porch for spring. And we need to take some before and after footage and create a DIY in the process of doing that spring porch thingy. And you guys already saw my DIY for the porch. And then some spring signage. And I think we also need to have some spring florals. So again, make sure you visit the invite video for full details. On April 8th, we have the Decked and Styled Home Tour. And this is hosted by Wani's house. And what she wants us to do is to share 2 places in your home decked out and styled for spring. So share 2 places in your home decked out and styled for spring. Must include flowers and must include a DIY showing one of the 2 floral arrangements. And the upload date for this one is Friday, April 8th. Nope, that's wrong. The upload date for this one is April 12th. Yeah, it's April 12th, I believe, is the upload date for this one. Wani, you are on with us, so if you can jump in real quick and make sure I've got that right. But I do believe the upload date for this one is April 12th. And no, I don't already have the show notes in yet, Marilyn, because when I send out the notification, yeah, April 12th is correct. And I will get this in the show notes after we're done. I send out the notification and set it up like, you know, around 1 o'clock this afternoon. And then I spent the rest of the afternoon putting things together. So I didn't get the show notes done until like just before I came on. So I will get them in tonight so that you guys can take a look at that. Okay, but April 12th is the Spring Decked and Styled Home Tour. And then on May 10th is the second collab by Wani, and it's her Spring Patio Party. And Tammy is on with us as well. And the Spring Patio Party just sounds like fun. And what she wants you to do is just kind of refurbish your patio, your porch, your deck, and upgrade or refurbish the space. And she also wants a patio tablescape. So if you've got like a little bistro table or whatever on your porch, just lay a little place setting out there, something that you and your boo might sit there and enjoy. And the upload date for this one is Friday, May 10th at 7 a.m. Eastern. And she'll open the link a little earlier so that you can get it in position, but it's May 10th. And now, Wani, if I'm off on any one of those dates, please let us know. And then another ongoing challenge, which I should have mentioned earlier, is this one. And it is the Quick Clean Challenge Tag hosted by Michelle at My Everyday Wife Life. And now this one is kind of interesting. What she wants you to do is to do a cleaning task or some process that takes you to about 30 minutes to clean in your house. And she's calling it a challenge and a tag because the challenge is to do the 30-minute cleaning. The tag is you just might get tagged. For example, My Everyday Wife Life, who is Michelle, tagged Ro at It's a Short Thing, and Ro already has her tag video up. So Ro, I didn't notice you tag anyone in your video. I was kind of surprised by that. So you guys might get yourself tagged. So be on the lookout for that. But also, Michelle says you don't have to wait to be tagged. You can just jump into the challenge and do a 30-minute video and just kind of make a comment to her, let her know, and she'll get you into the playlist. And then let me also just say the Sister Circle live stream challenge is ongoing. So if you've not yet done your live stream, please think about punching fear in the face and getting it done. And that's what Ro at It's a Chore Thing did today. Today was the last day of the month, and you know we have had this live stream challenge going on for the last 30 days. And this was the last day of the month, and Ro did her challenge today, and she was so nervous. But as Sean Kennel says, she punched fear in the face and she got it done. She said she wasn't sure what she was going to talk about. She wasn't sure what was going to happen. And you know what she said on there was, she says in her title, it said, going live, don't know what I'm doing, or something like that. It was so funny. And there were a couple of us on from the sister circle that jumped on. And I told her, I said, just pretend like you're talking with your sisters. So Cindy, we are waiting for you. And you know what, Ro? Why don't you tag somebody today? Why don't you just tag somebody today? You've got all your sisters on today. Why don't you tag somebody today? Because I don't think you want to add to your video. But why don't you just tag somebody today for the 30-minute quick clean, and we'll see what happens. Just don't tag me, because I already got a lot going on. And I'm planning on doing it anyway. And then Craft Today with Rita Renee. She said she did her live, and I think I might have missed that one. And so who else has gone live or done their 3-thing videos? Because I want to make sure that I get them shouted out, because we want to know that. Now, Mary says she's got to punch fear in the face. Oh, said she'll come on live next Sunday as the pre-game show. Oh, that is too funny. Well, Mary, just think about it, and when you do your live, do something easy. Just do something easy. And a real easy thing to start with is either an unboxing, or you can share your favorite cooking tool, something like that. Because Mary, you've got a couple different things that I've been like, what is that on her counter? I'm trying to peer behind you and seeing what's on your counter. See, share one of those things. And April says she needs to go live. So now we got the live stream challenge now going into the month of April. So if you don't have it done yet, think about doing it. Just kind of think about doing it. And if you don't have your 3 things video done, think about trying to get that done for April as well. Keep it in mind that we have another challenge going on now for April, and that's our laundry chat. And I'm going to start that one, and then I'm going to tag Kenya first, because she said she's looking forward to it. And I'm not sure who else I'm going to challenge. Now, Marilyn says she's got to go, so let me just see. I think, Marilyn, I've gotten in all the most important news, so you can catch the end of the live stream. So I talked about that. And Laura did her live. That's right. I got to get that. So go ahead, Laura did her live stream. So, hey, Laura, good for you. I know Kenya's done hers, because she had that little cutie pie on the first time she did hers. And Craft Today with Rita Renee does hers. And Biddy Boo and Tammy are hosting a challenge. So you guys will send me an email and let me know all about it. There was something else. Oh, Dana at Biddy. Oh, what's the link to the Facebook group? Mary, to find the link to the Sister Circle Facebook group, what you want to do is, like, when you go to Facebook, look for the This and That with Denise Facebook page. Then once you go to the This and That with Denise Facebook page, look on the sidebar for the community tab. Click on the community tab. And okay, V, hang on and remind me if I forget. Click on the community tab, and then it should bring you to the Sister Circle YouTube group. And this is a closed group, because it's just for the ladies that belong to the Sister Circle. And what we want to do is support one another there. So if we need to talk with one another off YouTube, we can. And I'm going to put some other files and things in there, but it's just been taking me a little bit of time to get there, because like I said, I have been so behind. Now, Designs by V wants me to explain the 3 things challenge. And Lacey, let me go ahead and do that, because I know this will all be new to you. So the 3 things challenge is this. So Lacey, hang on for a second so you can hear the 3 things challenge. The 3 things challenge is a video that you produce for your channel, but it's content that's relevant for your channel. And it's 3 things that for whatever. And it's so that you can have searchable content or pillar content on your channel. So for example, I like to do cooking and cleaning. So for my 3 things video, I might do my 3 favorite cooking or 3 favorite cleaning products. I think when Diva did her 3 things video, she did something about 3 favorite organizing tips or something like that. But you want to base it around 3 something that makes it searchable. So let's say someone is looking for how to organize in the kitchen, then Diva's 3 practical organizing tips should come up. Or if someone is looking for something related to cleaning, then my 3 favorite cleaning products should come up. So you want to choose a topic that is evergreen. And no, Tammy, you don't have to be tagged. It's an assignment that the Sister Circle has. It's one of these Sister Circle challenges. So there's that. So now, and one of the things that I want, that if you're new to the channel, that I want to make sure you know is that on the Shoutout Sunday Show, what we do here is I will share information about upcoming collabs and invitations and that kind of thing. And then I'll give us the assignment for the videos that we're going to take a look at. Yeah, like 3 ways to use a cake stand. Exactly, Lacey, exactly like that. And then on Monday, we discuss the video assignment that was given on Sunday. So the purpose is to apply this information to our channels. And so that's the whole purpose of that. So even though we have a lot of fun and we socialize and we're getting to know each other, we are also about business. And so Michelle said the 3 things was fun to do. And you know, they are fun and they really make you think, but it makes you spend time in thinking about what's relevant for your channel. So for example, Chrissy, your sister Chrissy does a lot of crafting. So maybe she might do a 3 things video that was the 3 tools that every crafter should have in their craft room or something like that. And I think Clarissa did hers on, no, it wasn't Clarissa. It was Leona Dooley at Ebony, Ivory, and Time that said something about 3 things you need to have in the kitchen, 3 appliances or something like that. But, because I've been trying to look at the 3 things video when I see them. And Mary, I saw that you joined the Facebook group. Great. So now let me just say one other thing too. So, I was talking about Ro, who did her live today. And then she's already done her 3 things. So for Ro, 3 things check. Okay, about page. So I just got a question and the comment was from Diva that said, I need to make sure I talk about how important it is to have your about page filled in. There are some of you out there right here in this group who have nothing on their about page. And I know that because when I was doing a couple of shout out Sundays and I was going to give a shout out to someone, I looked on the about page to see, well, what are they about? And there was nothing there. Your about page is researched or viewed more than any other page on your channel. So it needs to tell who you are, what you're about, that kind of thing. I know one of the people on our channel right now, who's Kenya, when I was doing, when I talked about the about pages before, I checked her channel and she had a nice description on her about page. And it's a good thing because girlfriend had over 100,000 views on her about page. So your about page is the page that is most looked at. I'm thinking it was over 100,000 views. But yeah, Kenya, you had a good number of views on your about page. So it's a good thing you had done your work. So if you've not filled out your about page, then people don't know what you're about. And the other thing is this, when YouTube, the search bot or whatever, wants to refer your channel to other viewers or to kind of suggest your channel to other subscribers, they don't know what to do or who to refer you to if your about page is empty. So you're doing yourself a disservice. So now if you want to know how to adjust your about page, if you look, I believe if you look up in the corner, like in this corner here on your YouTube channel, there's like a little edit pencil. And what you want to do is click on that or the gear, click on the gear and it'll let you into your dashboard or into your back spaces back there. And then you can make some changes to your about page. So V, are you asking how to change or how to edit your about page? Because when you set up your channel, they ask you for a channel description and you can go in and do that. So Ro wants us to look at her about page. I can't do that right now, Ro, but somebody can check her out and then come back and let her know what they think. So now, if you guys see where Ro made her comment, if you look over there by her picture, over to the right, you'll see like 3 little dots. If you click on those little dots, you get a drop down arrow and it'll say go to her channel. If you go to her channel, you can look around and then you can come on back over here and then let us know what her about page looked like. So we'll see. So maybe one of the things that we'll need to do, and maybe next week, what we can do is just talk about the about page on our Monday group. What do you guys think about that? Artsy Cupcake, we haven't seen you in a good long time. Welcome. Welcome to the Sister Circle today. Welcome to the Shoutout Sunday Show. You guys are going to hear me use a new verbiage. Welcome to the Shoutout Sunday Show. And yeah, V, you'll have to use your computer. Ro's channel is, it's a chore thing. It's a chore thing, like if you're doing chores, but it's a chore thing. That's Ro's channel. So yeah, the viewers need to know what your channel is about. And then if people want to collaborate with you, so they will go to look at your about page to see what you're about. And if they don't see anything there, they don't know. And then there's another thing you need to make sure you have on that about page is your email address. I was trying to find someone's email address so that I could contact them. And they were right here in our Sister Circle group. Don't remember who it is right now. No email address. I couldn't connect with them. And sometimes there might be things you want to share that you cannot put in like a comment. Maybe I want to collab with you. Well, Created by Nature keeps popping in and out. She's editing the video while watching. Well, thank you for jumping in and out. We appreciate that. We appreciate that. So it's a chore thing. There we are. So let's see. Oh, we were talking about going live. Now, one of our people, and I don't think Biddy is on tonight, but Biddy Boo Brown, or Dana at Biddy Boo Brown, that girl has gone crazy going live. She goes live a couple times a week. I have to tell you, I watched 2 of her live streams where her goat, Phoebe, I think, had kids. It was amazing. That poor thing was just struggling so, and I could relate to it because I've had children. And the other thing is, oh, Kimberly, I'm glad you brought that up. Kimberly said the about page is the first place she goes when looking for a spotlight. And that's the other thing that I wanted to say. And that was the next thing on the list. Let me just show you. Diva Spotlight is the next thing on the list. So Mary's Nest said, Ro, you need to add your social media contacts. So that's what you need to add on your about page. So you don't have any social media information on there. So you need to do that. So one of the things that I did want to say is that Kimberly Davis at Diva Designing on a Dime, she is doing a weekly spotlight where she shines the light on various YouTube creators. And this week's spotlight fell on one of our own sisters, All Things Luxe by Robin. So kudos to Robin at All Things Luxe by Robin for being picked for the spotlight for Kimberly Davis, Diva Designing on a Dime this week. So you guys go on over and check out Robin and let them know that Kimberly Davis at Diva Designing on a Dime sent you. And you know, if what you see aligns with the things that you want to participate in, then join the family. And if not, just come on back over, but just let her know that you stopped by and that Kimberly Davis at Diva Designing on a Dime sent you. And then let's see, I already mentioned the Sister Circle challenges, the 3 things video, which is ongoing, the live stream challenge, which is ongoing, and then the Landro chat, which I'm going to be starting this week. Ro says, does anyone have a Facebook page for their channel? And Ro, I will say that I have a Facebook page for my channel, but I've not done a lot with it. But now I am, and I've started the Facebook group for the Sister Circle on my channel, on my Facebook page. And I'm going to try to do a better job of that. It's something we probably should consider doing. But the thing is this, if you're not going to do anything with it, it's not doing you any good to start one. And Mary at Mary's Nest has a Facebook group for her channel, and so does Clarissa, and I think they both managed to use them very well. So think about that. Sylvia at Silly Mommy for Life says she's trying to figure out Instagram, and I struggle with Instagram, and it's like if I can do Instagram, I don't have time for Facebook. So I'm just really trying to work hard at that. So now V says she started doing a weekly gaming night live. Oh, I saw that. I saw that, V, and I forgot to mention it, but yes, V is doing a weekly gaming night live, and I think one day you were doing a Family Feud. And then the other thing, well, Artsy Cupcake says she has a Facebook group and she uses it to announce new videos. And then I forgot to mention what Dana was doing. I started out talking about Dana and her goat having babies, and then I got distracted. But Dana is also doing craft night live. Now, I thought that was pretty cool because imagine the watch time she's getting as she's sitting there at her table and she's making this craft, and she was making carrots or something like that. And people are watching along and joining in with her. And now V is doing game night. And then Mary said she's getting quite a few views from her channel. So Rose said her daughter just did an Instagram. Oh, and V just got her new house. Well, cool beans. We knew you were looking for a house, so congratulations on being a new homeowner. I'm glad you guys found what you were looking for. So we look forward to seeing the home tour. Okay, all right, so there's that. Now, just one more thing. So Rita Renee said she's going to set up a Facebook group for her channel. And I'm going to put that on the list for us to talk about one day, Facebook group. Just so people can think about how important that is or whether or not it's going to be something. But yes, it should be separate from your personal account. This is your fan page, as they call it. It is not for you to have all little goodies on of your, pictures of your babies and all that kind of stuff. Now, let me just say, let me add this caveat, because you guys are going to be saying, yeah, and didn't I just see some video of your granddaughter's book signing? And yes, I did. But let's see, how can I justify that? Well, first of all, I guess I can't. I had a reason for it at the time. But for the most part, I think it was because I wanted you guys to see that she had written this book and that she had had some struggles with ADD, but was managing to kind of cope and work with that. And so I wanted you guys to see that. So that was it. Okay. So now let's see. Now let me just say one more thing. And yeah, I was so proud. I was just like a geeky grandmother that day. And I wasn't really trying to promote her book. That wasn't the whole idea of it. Yeah, that wasn't the whole idea of it. I just kind of wanted people to know about it. And I can't remember now why I decided to do that, because normally I don't do that. But anyway, the other thing I wanted to make sure that I talked about was that one of the things that we want to do as we go through, as we listen to the information on our Shoutout Sunday Show and our YouTube strategy growth discussions that we do on Monday, we want to think about how we can put these things into action. We're not just spending time here just to chat. I mean, it's fun to do that, and I certainly enjoy chatting because you guys are the most chatting that I've done with today. And yes, Darcy, I am a proud grandmother. But the whole purpose behind the stuff we're doing here is to grow our YouTube channels one subscriber at a time. And so we want to apply the information. So now let me just share with you one of our, and I hope April doesn't mind me calling her out, but our newest little sister, April Will, she is one of my peers as well in the Video Ranking Academy. And I am watching her put into action some of the things that we are learning there. And She's the little sister that I mentioned earlier that's rebranding, so do go check her out. But this is what I want you to think about. I want you to look at her titles of her videos when you go there. We are learning in Video Ranking Academy, or VRA, how much more powerful a title is when there's a number in it. And she's not just listening, she's doing. These are the 3 titles that I saw when I checked out her channel today. Why teach English online? 7 benefits. 5 tips for teaching English online. And then the last one, teach English online and get paid. 3 best ways. Now, let's just think about this. Let's just kind of process those titles briefly. How powerful are those titles? I mean, think about that. Why teach English online? 7 benefits. 5 tips for teaching English online, and then teach English online and get paid. 3 best ways. So when you think about those titles, one of the things that we learned was that people will tend to stay to the end of the video if they're looking for 7 tips or 5 things or 3 tips. They want to stay to hear them all. So that was just something that we have learned recently. And I thought, well, she's not just listening to it, she's actually applying it. So, and that's what we want to do here in our Sunday and our Monday group. So now Diva, who's doing very well with her YouTube channel, pointed out that there are still some of us who have not upgraded our About page. You got to do more than just sit here and hear it. You got to do some action. You got to fix that About page, beef it up. So check it out and, take a look at your About page. And if you're one of those ones that your About page is empty, then you need to fix that. And let's see. I think that's about it. So for those of you that are new to the channel. Oh yes, Kimberly, I forgot to mention, Kimberly said she loved her thumbnail. She loved April's thumbnails. And Chrissy, hosted by Chrissy, who is Lacey's sister, joined us. Reconnect. All right, come on. Hopefully I'm back on now, but Chrissy at Hosted by Chrissy just joined us. I think this is the first time she has been on with us. And let me just say real quick, there are 29 of you guys on. If I could get 29 thumbs up, that would be great. But we were talking about, though, how powerful those titles were, and that one of the things that we need to think about is applying the information that we're learning. We can't just listen and just be here for, well, I guess we could, but most of us are here because we want to do something different. And so if you want to do better, once you know better, then you do better. I think that's what Maya Angelou says. So now that we know, let's get those About pages taken care of. So if you're new here, if you've stumbled across the Sister Circle, or you haven't been with us for a while, we are a group of like-minded women who are working to grow our YouTube channels one subscriber at a time. We do this by participating in collaborations and challenges and joining the family of those channels that align with our interests. So now I'm not saying you join everybody's family. You join the family of those that align with your interests. And that being said, if you're unfamiliar with any of the ladies in our circle, if they leave a comment, you can click on their pictures, and over on the right, you'll see those 3 little dots. And you can go to their channel and you can check them out and see whether or not they align with the things that you align with. Also, keep in mind the video assignment is already linked below. So I'll see you guys tomorrow at 7. And I mentioned too that Luann and I have created the Facebook page for the group Sister Circle YouTube, and it's a closed group for members of the Sister Circle. And you need to be in the Sister Circle to be able to join it. There's a few questions you'll be asked when you try to access it. So if you enjoyed today's session, like this video if you like it, and subscribe. I would love to have you as a member of the TNT community. So until next time, this is Denise Jordan saying goodbye, and I'll see you tomorrow for the YouTube growth strategy discussion at 7. So good night, my sisters, and I'll check you out tomorrow. And Chrissy, I need to talk to you because I need to know if when you're doing your Mother's Day collab. And then Diva, I need to get the specific date from you. And I didn't want to try to, put out any information about that until I heard from you. So if you could get me your specific date that you selected. And Chrissy, I need to know from you your date for your Mother's Flowers for Mom or something like that. I know you do that challenge often, and I wanted to be prepared. So I wanted to be able to share that at our next session. So good night, everybody. I enjoyed working with you guys tonight, and I will see you tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Good night, sister.
Oh, you be quiet. Great, Tammy.